How to make decision. For decision, we need meta-motivation, metamorphosis, metacognition, and metabolism. Now, how to connect so many difficult things? So let me explain it in this environment, which is the product of my meta motivation. This is one of the favorite terminology that I have in psychology. And when we use the word meta, so it means beyond. Beyond. When you go beyond, so you use the word meta. Like we have physics. So physics, that is the study of matter and energy. But when we go beyond physics, like what is matter? So then we have metaphysics. Like what is the definition of matter? So that is metaphysics. To study matter, that is physics. So some people, they go beyond, like they go above and above the normal things. Normally we study matter, but when we become not abnormal but supernormal and we go into details, so then we study metaphysics. Now, how to make decisions in life? We make decisions, and these decisions determine our lives because we are the products of our decisions. Life is the totality of our decisions. Please make a comment and write, life is the totality of decisions. Another simple word for decision, that is choice, that is option. When you have many options, you have choices, and you select one, you elect one, you go for one, you decide one, so that is decision. It means that for decision making, you have to create options. If there are no options, so then there will be no decision. Because what you will decide? You have to decide when there are options. You have to create a lot of options. For example, your career choice. What should I select? What should be my career? So do you have careers? Like you have 5, 6, 7 options, at least 2 options. You want to go for medical line, you want to become a writer, you want to become a dancer, you want to become an artist, so you want to become a musician. So what options you have? First you have to create options. While creating options, that is not decision making. That is your struggle, that is your study, your education, your training, your activities, and your daily habits, what you do on daily basis. That is your activity, your action, your work, your duty, what you are doing. So when you are doing something, your deeds, that is not decision. But as a result of your deeds, when you create a lot of options and now you have to choose one, then that is decision making. Now, to be a good decision maker, you have to go through metamorphosis. Metamorphosis means a gradual change, but an everlasting change. Change, what is change? Change is the difference between final point and initial point. Change is the difference between final point and initial point. You have 100 and you have 300. So 300 is the final and 100 is the initial. The difference between these two is 200. So the 200 is the change. You already have 100 and now you are at 300. So the result 200, that is the change. When you change your currency and they give you change, so that change is the final point, because now you have change. You don't have the main currency, the note, but now you have only the change, because that is the final result of your transaction. So for decision making, you have to evolve yourself, you have to change yourself, you have to achieve a lot of things, you have to accomplish, and you have to work. You have to go through a lot of hard work in a smart way or hard way, but work is work. What is the difference between hard work and smart work? The difference is whether you enjoy it or not. When you enjoy it, so then it is called smart work. And when you don't enjoy it, but you have to do it, so that is called hard work. Work is the same. Work is the ability, energy, you must have energy. Energy is the ability to do work, and you have to do things, you have to take steps, you have to move, you have to do something. Your performance appraisal, when you do something and then people appraise or they evaluate your performance, so you have done something, so that is now being evaluated. So you have to go through metamorphosis. Metamorphosis means gradual change, but that is then, once it is a change, then the change is permanent. Though this is another philosophical discussion, that whether there is permanence in this universe or there is change, but the only permanent thing in this universe, that is change. You have an insect, so the insect goes from egg, or before egg, chromosomes and genes and gametes and sperm and egg, and then it becomes kind of zygote, and then it is born as a fetus, and you have a baby and child, and then it continues. But once you are adult, so then you are adult, it is not necessary that you become once again physically child. You may, the circle of life, when you are so old, so you become again like a child, but that is just in behavior and habits, not in physically. So once you go through metamorphosis, your final stage should be the permanent one. Though there are again changes within the change, and there are gradual changes, step by step changes, so that is another discussion. So when you have to make a decision, my piece of advice is that you guys must go through metamorphosis, change your current situation, and then create beauty around you. We have two types of needs. One is the basic need, and the other is meta needs. Again, the word meta. Basic needs and meta needs. What is basic needs? Basic needs are our physiological needs. We need food, we need water, we need sex, we need shelter, we need house, we need security. All these are our basic needs. And then we have meta needs. Meta needs are those needs which are not required for survival, but if you have it, so you become a leader, you become a famous person, you achieve your dreams. And for example, consistency, that is a meta need. Beauty is a meta need. Meta motivation is a meta need. Meta motivation means that you don't need push every day. Somebody should push you, somebody should remind you. You are not a kid, you are not a child, that your mother will be telling you, do it this, do it that. And you need a master, you need a teacher, you need a trainer, you need a commander, and you need someone to push you, to motivate you, to inspire you, to compel you, to force you. But you do things on your own, you become proactive. You are not active because of other people, but you are active because you want it, you feel it, you consider it important that I must do these things. And then that situation is called meta motivation. Like beauty is a meta motivation. Beauty. To have beauty, you have beauty around you. Your house is beautiful, your surroundings are beautiful, the people around you are beautiful, you have beautiful flowers, you have beautiful plants, you have beautiful animals, you have beautiful human beings, and everything is clean, tidy, properly arranged. So then that is beauty, which is your meta need. If you don't have beauty around you, so it is not necessary that you may not survive or you will die without beauty. Basic needs are required, which are for your survival, your physiological, biological needs. Because if you don't have those needs, so then you will die. Without beauty, you may survive. You may survive in ugly environment, with ugly people, with ugly situations, with ugly jobs, with ugly people. But if you have beauty, so then who will stop you to become a great person? So instead of working on small things, if you work on your environment and you produce beauty, then your life will be more attractive. It will be more peaceful. Then everything will be excellent, and then you will be not having complaints. You will be not having remorses, regrets, and then there will be no negativity in your life. Everything will be positive. Everything will be flowing if you have beauty around you. So this is called beauty as a meta need. So meta motivation is a situation in which you are making decisions, but you don't feel pushed by the decisions. You consider it something natural, spontaneous. You have spontaneity in your approach. You flow like water, like rivers. You don't have obstacles. You don't consider the work to be a hard work. You consider it to be a soft work. So let me now summarize my main topic, which is decision making. How to make a decision? First, create options. First, struggle. For example, a child in primary education, secondary education, college, university doesn't have a lot of decisions to make. Just struggling, getting a degree, getting skills, knowledge, attitudes, values, and once you get it, then you make a decision of your career, that where should I go. Now when you make that decision, you should be clear about all the options, that what options you have and what are the repercussions, the consequences of your decision making. And for that, for decision making, you need critical thinking. Critical thinking is another name of planning. You plan, you do things in your mind, what you are going to do physically. So while decision making, utilize your critical thinking skills. Critical thinking also means clear thinking, objective thinking. You are not emotional. You don't have any emotionality, any subjectivity. You don't have any emotional attachment. You are 100% clear. You know what you are going to do. You know all the requirements. You know all the requisites, what resources you have, what are the needs, what are the requirements. You know everything. You are 100% clear conceptually. You have conceptual clarity. You have in your mind everything clear, and then you make a proper decision. Now, if you make a decision and pragmatically speaking or practically, you have problems with the decision, so always you can change that decision by another decision. Nothing is final in this universe. Everything is possible in this universe, but you have to make it possible by your critical thinking, by your planning, your actions in the right direction. So don't take anything final. Don't consider it a life and death matter, do or die situation, that if this decision is failed, I will be destroyed and that will be the end of the life, that will be the end of the world. No. The only end of the world, the only end of the life is death. Once you die, then everything is gone. And once you are dead, so why you should worry about that? Because you are already dead. So when you are dead, so then you don't have to make any decision. And all these requirements of life are already gone. So that's why there is no need of anything to do after death. So death is the only reality, and once you die, then you have to do nothing. You accomplish your journey, you are at your destination. Now you sleep there at your destination, and now you have to do nothing. Maybe your soul, and this is another discussion, what happens after death and what happens to consciousness. That is another very, very deep discussion which we will do some other time. But for the time being, this short talk was for your decision making. And for decision making, you need metamorphosis. You need your one thing that I forgot, that is metabolism. Now metabolism is your digestion, your respiration, your circulation, your physiology, your morphology of your body, what is happening inside your body. Because our body is the box for our brain and for our heart and for our soul. So take care of your body. If you don't do exercise, or you don't go for some mental exercises, and you don't take balanced diet, and you don't go for brain food, and you don't have balanced diet, so then you will be having a lot of problems of metabolism, and then you will be having problems with your decision making process as well. That's why, let me introduce you this tree. This tree is my meditation place. I sit on this bench, and here I do my meditation. What is meditation? Detach yourself, create beauty around you, and focus on your body, mind, heart and soul for peace of mind, for focus, and for emotional stability, and for good decision making. So whenever you want to do any decision, so you should go for the meditation as well. Meditation means total concentration, contemplation, total your thoughts that is totally focused on a particular point, and then you go from mindfulness to mindlessness. Then you can sleep in 1 second, because your mind is totally at peace, and then you are at a mindless stage. Your body is stopped, your mind is stopped, then your emotions, your heart is stopped, and then you go to your soul, to your sleep, to your unconscious, and to your instinct. So let me do this meditation on this bench, and I request you to please make your lives beautiful, so that you are great decision makers.